2 overall. They could tie their win totals from a season ago. Tip is up, and here we go. It is the Play for K game, and everybody decked out in pink. This is the best team in the conference as far as attendance goes, and there's a very quick drive. Van Lith with first bucket.
And there's the duo right away between Hailey Van Lith and Sedona Prince. They're able to play off of each other so well. They have a great basketball IQ, and it's paying off.
Yeah, Madison, did we mention how exceptional the passing is from those post players as well? Cooks and Prince right there, and a travel forced by Prince. They have great hands. McKinley told us that they will not leave Prince defensively. They're going to have somebody stay with her. Skip all the way across. Bigby off the front of the iron. And missing the box out. Get some offense going early. They definitely need to score to get themselves. They're a younger team, a much more experienced TCU team, and getting some scoring early would help.
Absolutely, because Iowa State has struggled with those fast starts. They've been outscored in the first quarter in 3 of their last 4 games, so they've got to get the offense going early.
Yeah, it can start to settle into your mind a little bit if you can't get your offense clicking. And they're capable. They're averaging 77 points a game coming into this one. There's a high screen. That's Taylor Bigby. And she uses it well. The big 3 ball. And this is a TCU team that average 10 threes a game.
And Mark Campbell told me in practice earlier this week he really wants to get Taylor Bigby more involved in the offense. She plays a stretch 4 role, but she's able to space the offense and knock down those open threes. She spent a lot of time after practice just taking those open threes.
She was wanting the ball, and she was working hard as she couldn't get the 3-point play, though. The foul on Sedona Prince, her first. Prince at 6'7". Bill Finley said, we had to guard Brittany Griner for many years at Baylor, so we have the Griner rule of how we defend as Van Lith skips it across. How about the right side? Bigby says yes. Another 3. Bigby with 6 points. She's only averaging 7 per game and already with 6 to start this one. Brooks needs some help inside. This is Addie Brown, and that one just short.
Another thing that makes Prince hard to guard is because she's pulling Audie Crooks off of the block, making her uncomfortable having to come out and guard at the mid-range and at the 3.
Yeah, she's got some range. She's not afraid to step out by the 3-point line. Van Lith and Prince. One hesitation and swish.
Absolutely, but that's the day and age of college basketball and college athletics right now, right? Especially with the transfer portal. You mentioned it. Prince and Van Lith in their first season playing together, but they look like they've been playing together for a long time.
They certainly do. Run. Fresh legs on. Sydney Harrison for Iowa State. And now a takeaway. There is Harris right there. Squaring up, sticks it. Confident plays back-to-back for Iowa State, and it gets the crowd into it.
I'm telling you, Addie Brown, she doesn't get enough love. She is so good within this offense. She can run the point guard if Emily Ryan isn't in, but her scoring, her rebounding, and her assists all up in the last 6 games.
Prince with some help deep with a long rebound, and missing the box out again. Another chance for TCU. Trying to work around the screen. That was Wilson. Ivy Tinky in here trying to stay with Bigby, and Bigby takes it up good. Bigby at 6'1". She's a guard at times. She can take you inside. Shot clock down to 4. Tanky recognizing, gets the shot off. No good. A good defensive stop there by TCU. TCU. Impressive rebounding team on the season. Help D coming down on Prince now. She recognizes. Kicks it out to Imanopu. Hits it. Really aggressive overplay defense by TCU as well.
And look how difficult it is for Iowa State to get any offense going right now with Audie Crooks not in. She's about to check back into the game right now. Take a look there at TCU's 3-point numbers. They can shoot the ball. They need time, space, but they can shoot with a hand in their face as well.
They sure can. One of the best in the nation, and this could be a plus if Iowa State can get themselves to the line and chip away at the deficit.
Emily Ryan to be more involved offensively, not just as a facilitator. Yes, she is elite at finding the open man. She's one of the best Iowa State's all-time assist leader, but she's got to start scoring for them as well.
Yep, needs to be a little less unselfish. Experience. I mean, she goes with the team to the Elite Eight. And with Taylor Bigby, transfer from USC to the Elite Eight.
Because a reminder, these teams didn't meet last season.
Yeah, they did not. This was a TCU team that was plagued with injuries. They had to forfeit their matchup. As Van Lith with the air balls, and yet still able to make their way to the WBIT in the postseason. 21 wins on the year. They've got their eyes set on more postseason, but hoping for the NCAA tournament, obviously. Brooks feeling out the D, lefty layup good.
When she calls for the ball, you better get her the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not typically her being so vocal like that. Ball fake from Connor inside the free throw line. Good. Shooter's touch for Madison Connor. Senior out of Chandler, Arizona. Transfer from Arizona. And that's something that Coach Campbell wants more from her, off the dribble instead of just spotting up shooting.
Well, she played in a limited role at Arizona. She was just in there to knock down those open threes. And as you mentioned, Coach wants to challenge her to take it off the dribble. Big time shot.
A minute left in the first quarter. It's been a fairly fast pace, which tends to bode well for TCU. Hesitation. Bigby lays it up good.
Hanging in with the pace that TCU wants to play with on both sides of the ball.
Bigby with 10 points, already in double figures, had just 2 points in their last game. A tough one against Baylor. Although they got the win in that one. And attacking
to just space the offense and be a shooter. He wants her to put the ball on the floor and take it to the rim.
Doing that, and Addie Brown's been aggressive, gets to the free throw line.
He said sometimes she's too unselfish.
Yeah.
He wants her to shoot it more. I would love if a coach told me that.
Right? I would have no problem with that. Prince the handoff to Van Lith. A little too much on it. Oh, crash into the weak side. That's Aaliyah Robertson. For TCU, another chance, but that one won't go.
The reason I love this is because after TCU practice this week that I attended, head coach Mark Campbell stayed after for almost an hour with Bigby and rebounded for her while she got up multiple shots from every spot on the court from behind the arc. He told me, hey, how many players do you know that are a starting five but are spending over an hour after practice working on their craft? That's why she's had such a good first quarter.
Yeah, you cannot stop working on the game. You have to consistently, especially if you're a shooter, see it, feel it going in. As that one was just short. See it. Not mistaken, cut into the deficit. High-low on the top side B, exceptional. Brown gets the inbound. She's been good today. Tries to get a little closer. The D sticking with her. Robertson at 6'2". The length of TCU's guards has been a big advantage.
Yeah, we talk about how tall Prince is, but the length from all of their guards, a bunch of 6-foot guards. Good turnover there for Iowa State. Now they're going to try and push and get something quick offensively to try and set the tone.
Speaking of length and guards, Brown at 6'2". This crowd starting to make some noise. Prince in the high post. She's a beautiful shot mid-range. That one won't go. Down by 13 in the first quarter. And now Iowa State has cut it to 7. Brooks backing in, going left, good. She's got a great touch here.
Yep. You play behind her too. She's going to use that body to back down the defender. Although Sedona Prince has the height advantage and the length advantage there, Brooks was able to finish it with the physicality and the footwork that she shows by the rim.
Van Lith reading the D, gets it to drop. That's what's difficult about Hailey Van Lith. You know what she can do with the outside jumper, but she's strong and not afraid to take it in.
And that's what Coach Finley said he didn't want Hailey Van Lith to do. They wanted to limit her with the ball in her hands. They wanted her to shoot more of those shots on the arc because when she's got that ball, she's hard to stop.
And they've gotten this crowd into it as well. They've cut it to a 5-point deficit. Van Lith off the iron. Great awareness by Robertson, though, to crash the weak side glass.
Reminder, she's only a sophomore, and she is number 6 in the nation in total points.
And there you see Aaliyah Robertson, the junior. And this is the free throw opportunity, so it remains a 5-point lead for TCU. And getting this crowd into it, that is not something Mark Campbell wants for his team either. This crowd one of the best in the nation, as taking it inside. Addie Brown's been aggressive.
You have to think that that's something he has relayed to her often, and you can just tell in the first half how aggressive she is.
Yeah, Brown shoots at 75% from the stripe. Big plus, though, for Iowa State to have Sedona Prince with the two personals this first half. And high screen, I'm going to say Merrill was moving. But maybe that arm was enough movement, because I felt like she was stationary with her lower body.
And the more that Iowa State can get TCU uncomfortable and force some of these turnovers, it's going to work to their advantage. Once again, Audie Crooks doing a great job just backing down her defenders. She's so hard to defend because if you play behind her, she's got that physicality and also finesse to finish at the rim.
And taking advantage right at Merrill, who's only in her 14th game, as coming around the screen, it's going to be Madison Connor to the free throw.
She just wanted to knock down that open three.
She's first in threes made per game, 4 per game, and also then second in three-pointers. Broke the record last year for TCU with 100 made threes.
You can tell right now the mindset is to get the ball inside, get the ball to Crooks, and let her go to work. Great job there getting an offensive rebound. We mentioned it. They need more second chance opportunities.
Sedona Prince sits with two personals as well. And a little more depth for Iowa State. Pushing tempo might be a big advantage. Not only the foul trouble, they're pushing this pace. Gets the second free throw to go. Crooks with 11 points in 11 minutes. Van Lith picks one way, goes the other, and draws contact.
Obviously, great player at Louisville and last season at LSU. But with head coach Mark Campbell, he recruited her here to become a traditional point guard, and he's shaping the offense around her.
And couldn't miss behind the arc, it seemed, and now shots not dropping quite as easily. Crooks gives it up and then says, give it back. As the shot won't go, Merrill maybe got a piece of it.
And Merrill's played behind Crooks every single possession. Great job by Merrill running the floor. Wasn't able to finish though.
Good job, he sat on the trail, and Connor found her, but not able to finish, and now not able to get back, and Iowa State. Nice screen, Emily Ryan trying to stay with Van Lith.
And just look how active TCU is within this offense. It leads to that wide open dump at the rim for Merrill.
It started with Madison Connor, too, as she wove her way in. And she's been a big addition and a big plus to go along with Hailey Van Lith. That there's a whistle on the foul. I just like it to be a good close game.
Well, it's never going against Patrick Mahomes.
I know. How can you? But they've gotten the Horned Frogs into a bit of foul trouble, and it's paying off getting to the free throw line. 3 minutes left in the first half, up by 13 earlier in this one. As Iowa State just kept chipping away. Van Lith trying to lose multiple defenders, kicks it out, and that player continues with the hot hand. It was Taylor Bigby in the first quarter, now getting it done here.
And that's the Van Lith factor right there, though. She's a gravity sucker. Did you see how many defenders were around her, which then left Taylor Bigby wide open?
Sure did. Speaking of hot hands, Addie Brown. 12 points for Brown, 2 of 2 behind the arc, 4 of 6 shooting overall. As Van Lith wanted the foul, doesn't get it, and now Cyclones going to push. Elisa Williams has checked in 3 in white for Iowa State, and she gets Robertson.
And get TCU in foul trouble, because a reminder, they really only have about 7 players that they play.
The season prior, as she gets 1 of 2 from the line. Possession lead for the Horned Frogs. And with the play call. Good spacing. You talked about that 4 out, 1 in play. Van Lith pushed off balance and whistled just a little body bump. And Van Lith knows how to do it. Coming off a 19-point game. No poo. From the best defenders, the task of trying to slow down Brown. And Crooks, they'll say jump ball. Merrill had the hands up, and it's going to stay with Iowa State. Some fun matchups in this game, both inside and out.
We talk about that post matchup, but the guard matchup, this is fun.
Sure is. Help D, multiple players down, off into Crooks. Big time bucket. Jones Cyclones with the 3 ball. Hit a big one to cut it to just 1.
Yeah, they weren't lying when they said the Hilton Coliseum brought the energy, and it was a tough place to play. I've been reading about that all week. My first time here, I'm loving it. The fans are involved. At a free throw, it's silent, and then everything else, it's loud in here.
It sure is. We'll see if they can bring the momentum out and see if TCU has some answers. Sedona Prince, only 1 shot attempt. Their leading scorer on the season was held scoreless. 2 personals picked up in the first quarter. She sat and watched the majority away, and that's a great start by the Horned Frogs. That's Connor.
You can expect TCU's offense to create more wrinkles within the flow of the offense to get Sedona Prince more touches. They need to go inside, get her aggressive. She's had 20 or more points in 7 consecutive games. Didn't score in the first half, so we've got to utilize her. Great shot right there by Addie Brown.
Bigby, left corner, high arc swish. 4th 3 of the game for Bigby, ties the season high in that category. Crooks trying to get away from Prince, and does. And you can see Prince, she's got to play smart with those 2 personals.
Absolutely, she cannot get herself in any more foul trouble. You can see she's a little hesitant offensively as well, just up there setting some ball screens, not being as aggressive on the post because she doesn't want to draw any offensive fouls either. Great look and dish right there.
Emily Ryan running the point, and Madison, she picked up her 5th assist of the game, and that 5th assist is her 150th on the season. How impressive is she?
She is so impressive. Here you see Bigby once again knocking down that open 3. Just a great job pushing the floor, and then Audie Crooks getting the ball in, getting square, the fadeaway to finish it. But you mentioned Emily Ryan. What an elite player she is. What an elite facilitator.
It certainly is. But Bigby, she's liking that left side. Another 3 ball. Transferred from Stanford 2 seasons ago to TCU. The player to start every game last year for the Horned Frogs. Shot clock down to 5. Cal trying to let the Cyclones know. Addie Brown can do no wrong.
And the reason why is because of how patient she is within the offense. She doesn't rush a shot. She doesn't rush a pass. She lets the flow of the offense come to her. She's got great basketball IQ, and she stays patient. She's benefiting off of it.
There's such a triple threat as Van Lith on the left side. And fouling behind the 3-point arc, and frustration for Sedona Prince as it puts Addie Brown to the line.
Able to play again and play for a guy she really respects in Mark Campbell. As I mentioned, when you go from thinking your career's done, then to getting a second chance, right now, really impressive that TCU still has that 49-43 lead when Prince, their best scorer, hasn't even scored.
She has had health issues, injuries every single year, and finally gets herself healthy.
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but she stayed healthy all season for the first time in her career, and she's really reaping those benefits. A lot of that is just the system, though, with Hailey Van Lith and that pick-and-roll offense. Once again, you see how active TCU is. Coach Bill Finley for Iowa State told us in shoot-around he wants those other players to beat them in the offense, and right now TCU, those other players are stepping up big time.
Yep, that was Aaliyah Robertson, her first points of the game, but it was Hailey Van Lith that created it, and now Robertson with the defense and the takeaway. Gotta love when players like Robertson can come in off the bench for you and do that. Nice screen, Van Lith, swish.
You were able to call her playing in the Olympics. How cool was that to witness?
It was incredible. It really was. She absolutely, even though she was the youngest player on that 3x3 team, she's the one that really got things turned around for Team USA. And out of the timeout, it was a good one for the Cyclones.
Only TCU basketball player with an Olympic medal.
Yeah, really.
Pretty cool to hang your hat on that.
No doubt about it. And there were high expectations, but a completely different foursome in that 3x3 team for Team USA. Van Lith, really the most experienced, and there's a big bucket. Another one from behind the arc. That's Hunter.
Once again, when Donovan Hunter and Hailey Van Lith are in together, it allows Hailey Van Lith to play off the ball, but also allows Donovan Hunter to get more into a groove as well. I mentioned she's a great defender. She's a pass-first facilitator, but coaches really challenge her to shoot more within the offense.
Crooks trying to get some space. The reverse is good. Up and under, taking it right at Robertson.
Played behind and guarded her throughout the entire game, but Crooks, you can tell she's getting a little more winded. Great take right there by Hailey Van Lith.
She is not their longest, tallest guard, but they list her at 5'9", but she's never afraid to shy away from taking it in. But Van Lith with her 10th 20-plus game. She's sitting at 21 points right now, and she's yet to hit a three. She's done it every other direction.
Both teams are playing with. She has no turnovers. That assist-to-turnover ratio really well.
Back-to-back 20-plus point games for Brown. She had 20 in their most recent game. She played 44 minutes in that overtime loss against K-State. And the finger rolls.
They haven't been able to hit the level that a lot of people in the preseason thought they were going to hit. In the preseason rankings, number 2 in the Big 12, but they have the key pieces to get there.
They certainly do. Getting that one to go at just the right spin. Donovan Hunter with another one. Clock winding down. This quarter almost over as Brown just short the defense right there with her. That's going to do it. One more to go.
They could go on a little run here in the fourth quarter.
Well, some of these guard-post combos, when you look at TCU, it's typically been Sedona Prince and Hailey Van Lith. They average 52 points combined. But now Sedona Prince, she's been in foul trouble. She's not been able to score. They've had to look to some others, and they've been able to get it done. As quick passing, long rebound, another chance. Guess who's?
Strong guard forward so she can attack the rim, get the board, and then finish with contact. You see her fired up there as well. If they want to get back into this game, they need Addie Brown to pave the way.
Sure do. She had 11 of the 17 points in the third quarter. She and Crooks the lone scorers, and now Brown with 25 points. It's a new career high after that make. It had been 24. As now TCU says, we're taking and one.
They're drawing the contact.
Gets the three-point play. And they've done it without their leading scorer on the season, Sedona Prince, scoring. Her low on the year was against South Carolina, which is 6 points. That's a good thing. If you're TCU and if you're able to come here and do that, and your leading scorer that averages 19 a game isn't scoring for you, that's a good sign for them down the road.
Absolutely. We talked about the depth.
The three-pointers that really helped extend this lead for TCU. They got 9 of them compared to 5. And there's a pretty bucket and swish for Van Lith.
Something that Iowa State needs to work on. They have slow starts. They get themselves in a hole that they're trying to climb out of.
Shot clock is winding down, and Crooks takes it in. Quick hesitation, Van Lith. Quick with the ball. Good spacing by TCU, but step up on the sideline.
But with the pace of play, that's great.
It certainly is. Crooks one-on-one against Prince. Fader. Nothing but net. It is pretty. 25 points, yeah. Not much you can do but foul as Bari flying in the lane, and that shot up and over for Madison Connor. And 11 of their last 12 coming in with just 2 losses overall. Brown, and in the no-P, able to get it to drop. Muscles her way in.
It's loud in here.
It is. Scooping it up, begging for the foul. Connor doesn't get it to go, and now Cyclones looking to push. And Ryan, the quick crossover, and Crooks keeps moving. She gets bumped.
Recognizing that they have to keep going into her to get Sedona Prince to stay on the bench if they want to win this game.
And Emily Ryan, it's so nice to have experience running the point. She was looking to go in, she brought it back out, and that allowed Crooks to move over to that other block and get a little better spacing.
The reason why offensively they are clicking.
2-possession game, the lead for TCU, and this crowd up and making as much noise as they can, and the foul call up top. It'll be on Ryan, that's her third. Van Lith, so crafty, the inbound,
smart.
and then she gets it back.
Great word there, crafty, and that's exactly what Hailey Van Lith is, but she is smart. Her ability to just have her defender on her heels, that hard cut, that's really hard to defend.
Over 2,300 career points as that outside jumper won't go. Merrill with the rebound. A player that has been to back-to-back Elite Eights, the Final Four, and then the Elite Eight as well. says, she has experience when it comes to these pressure situations.
And credit to TCU for just building the offense around her and letting her flourish within this offense. Mark Campbell said he wanted her to come here and have the freedom, be able to play the way she wanted to play, and that's in a traditional point guard role. I talked about it. Iowa State has had their neck in the game for many, many games. They just haven't been able to get that big win.
Yep. Double team inside. That leaves Crooks wide open as TCU took a chance down low. Van Lith loses one defender, but then cleaning it up. Tough break for the Cyclones there, but a heady play by Merrill to clean it up.
Rebounding and second chance opportunities have been huge for TCU, a huge reason why they were able to extend their lead in the first half, and now here down the stretch of this game as well. You take a look at those second chance points, 11-3, but Iowa State
with their bench, 15 points off the bench for them in this one.
That's huge for TCU to be able to have those players come up and make a mark. They're going to need that down the stretch of Big 12 play.
Yeah, certainly will. Merrill banks it in from the high post.
Audie Crooks was daring her to shoot. Merrill had time. She had a lot of space, and she called bank, I think, on that one.
I think so. Averaging just 4 points a game coming in. And now takeaway by Hunter.
Turnovers down the stretch of this game. Iowa State cannot afford those mistakes. That's something that really hurt them in the Kansas State game. And part of the reason that they got the loss on Thursday night, they have to take care of the basketball because TCU has the advantage scoring in transition.
No good. That's a big time three. After that last one, it's been really the difference in this game, I think.
It really has. TCU just shooting it from all over the court. Audie Brooks.
A team that made their way to the second round of the NCAA tournament last year and high hopes to get themselves there again. As Bill Finley with 26 winning seasons. And a takeaway by Crooks. Got to find some scoring. Got to do it pretty quickly with just a minute remaining in the game. By 12.
Iowa State taking too much time to score here. They need quicker shots.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Crooks just short. Big rebound by Merrill and just big play overall by Merrill.
Now TCU totally has the clock to their advantage. A lot of times in practice, especially once you're getting late into the season, you're working on those 2-minute drills. How can you score quick and efficient? Iowa State taking too much time on the shot clock there down the stretch of this game. And TCU using it to its advantage.
We thought this would be a good one, and it absolutely has been. It has not felt like a double-digit lead from us. But Van Lith says, yeah, bye-bye. Have another one. We're just working on the clock now with 24.2 remaining. So for Iowa State, they'll have to hit the road. This next week, they'll go to Cincinnati. They come back to play Colorado. The next game for TCU at number 11, K-State. How fun is that going to be?
It's been a tough stretch for TCU as well. Addie Brown, how about her with a career high?
Yep, she gave everything she could. And she adds to it there, 30 points. And they're going to need more of that as this month of conference play continues.
And a reminder, Addie Brown's only a sophomore. She's only going to get better and better as her career goes on here.
TCU will go to 21-2. They will tie their wins from a season ago. And there's a lot more to go, but an impressive job by Mark Campbell, Hailey Van Lith leading the way.